Why, hello. Nice seeing you here. I dropped off the face of the earth. Very sorry about that. Last you heard of me, I was like, oh, I can't wait for the summer. I'm going to do so many more videos. And then I freaked out about my art show that was happening in September. And I just made art the whole summer and hung out with my family. But yeah, I did not at all do any videos. I tried at the end of the school year, I filmed a video and I just never got around to editing anything or filming anything. I was in high stress mode. And then after the show, my second year of teaching art to high schoolers happened, and it's been a wild ride. I have experienced like the lowest lows I've ever had in my life since last you saw me. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Teaching is super hard and makes me question who I am at this point. So I do apologize for something that I did not intend. So I did not intend to ghost y'all for near half a year. But that's what I did, and now I'm trying to remedy that and start getting into the hang of things before the next year starts, you know? So welcome to my update for my pan that slash those palette slash eyeshadows. I combined two eyeshadow panning projects into one video. I haven't said that in forever. The first thing is my Pan That palette, which is a collection of singles that I am trying to pan. There's a bunch of other shadows in here and highlighters and a blush, so ignore that. But these neutrals, these 10 neutrals up here, ignore that one, the 10. So from here to Cypress Umber, Vermeer to Thank You Next are in my Pan That palette. And not much has changed. I will put up the usage for those 10 singles. It's interesting that you're seeing, I'm going to try to take a picture of the pans from last update, but you're seeing basically my progress in half a year. I will say, even before I stopped doing updates, I was really slowing down on any usage on my Pan That palette, but I'm happy to say that I've finished Kezi completely. Woo, we got one down. The goal of this Pan That palette was to finish these singles, so I got one. um, but it is nice to see the pan expand, especially for this guy and this guy. And edge is starting to expand a little bit. We got that little divot above the other main pan, and that's starting to meet and say hello. Progress has happened. I use this for neutral looks. And that's all you really know. Progress has happened, but not a lot of progress, but we'll take it. So that's my Pan That palette. I have 6 eyeshadows in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. And I will say right now, I got 4 pans. I had 2 shimmers and 4 mattes. And last you saw, I was like worried about the mattes because they were very bold matte eyeshadows where I knew I'd have to have a lot of use on them. But let's start how I normally do. Oh my god, I'm remembering all my old habits. Ooh, actually, so I got 4 pans in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, but I did get 2 bonus pans, and I thought I got a third one, but I don't remember which one that is. I got a bonus pan in my Juvia's Place, the Tribe palette. I got the pan in my favorite eyeshadow, and right there you can see the pan in Coro. And I got a pan in my Morphe Such a Gem. I'm covering the shadow that is from this palette that's in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. But I've been so into these purples. As you can tell, there's a version of like these purples on my eyes right now. Like a little bit of the shimmer below on my lower eye. And currently I do have several shadows from this palette on my eyes right now. The one that I'm covering poorly, but I'm trying to cover, I have the one from my Pan Those Eyeshadows. I put this one in my inner corner and this one blending it out a bit, you know. So 2 bonus pans, maybe a third, but I don't remember what that third one is. So yay, bonus pans. So I have 6 shadows in my, 6? I have 6 shadows in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. The first one I'm going to talk about is from my Claro Psyche palette, Psyche's box. Look how grimy it is. And I had the light blue matte in here. And no surprise here, it was easy to hit pan. This is Life on Mars right there. It was super easy to hit pan. These shadows are always very easy to hit pan on. They're shallow, it's powdery formula. I like the formula, it's just powdery. It's very easy to hit pan. So when I get shadows from this palette, I'm happy because I know it's not going to take too long for me to succeed. But it took me, how many uses? It took me 6 uses in total. I hit pan on July 15th. We're in November, Angela. It's okay. You know, get past your guilt and shame. Not really shame. Shame is a very harsh word, but I do feel badly for, I don't know. Being very honest right now, I feel very much like kind of like a failure, and I'm trying to not feel that way because I know I'm not. This video stuff is part of why I feel like a failure. There's many things, but this is part of it. So anyways, sorry. You get to hear me rambling again. I hope you missed it. The next one is from my ColourPop Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian palette, and it's Silver Crystal, which is this pink shimmer, and I hit pan on it, I believe, June 27th. It took 9 uses, and I hit pan that month. I was a speed demon with this one. I got it panned in less than a month, and 9 uses. I used it a bunch. I was into pink. I don't remember the looks too well. Now this palette has so many pans, 5 out of 12. That makes me happy. But rolling that one out as well. I'll go over the 2 in the Orangey Glad ColourPop palette. I had 2 shadows, both mattes, and one I hit pan on and the other I did not. So you peel me right down here. Oh, I tried with this one. I've used it as a liner, I've used it to darken my outer corner, I've used it in monochromatic looks, in totally so many different looks. I have been using You Peel Me and it looks like nothing has happened to it. I've used it 22 times in total from June to now. And then Creamsicle, I used it 5 times in June, 2 times in July. It's been in my project for a while, this guy up here, and it took me 24 uses to finally hit pan on July 14th. So Creamsicle I also hit pan early on. I forgot this was in my project at all, and that's because I hit pan on it very early. I was still doing makeup, even though I was freaking out about my art show in the summer. I was doing makeup for myself. I was doing makeup to make me feel good and have my creative outlet that wasn't my art. And then, you know, anyways, I couldn't do the filming at the time. Sorry again. But yeah, Creamsicle is rolling out. You Peel Me is staying in. We got 2 more shadows left to talk about. Oh my god, let me show you 2 videos of Kira. I'm in Buffalo. We just got a shit ton of snow. At first it was like only 6 inches, and then overnight just now, like 2 feet of snow just dropped on us. So we're staying inside right now. The other one we're going to talk about is one that I've used 24 times in total since June, and that's from the Morphe Such a Gem palette. And again, another baby where it looks like I've done nothing. This is Why Not. Just like You Peel Me, there's a dip happening, but it is not close to pan. I have been trying so hard with this one. As you can see, it's in my outer corner. I am into pink. It's a good darkener for pink looks, like deepener dark shade in the outer corner. And I've been trying to mix it in to make more unusual grungy looks, but it is just not going to die. Anytime I get a matte from this Morphe palette, I know it's going to take forever. Even with the shimmers, it takes me a while, unless it's these ones in the center here. But even the shimmers in the smaller pans take me so long to hit pan on, and I don't know, like, the Morphe palette is inexpensive, but also lasts so long. So this one I'm probably not going to hit pan on in this project for this year at all. Same with You Peel Me, the dark orange one. But that one will stay in along with You Peel Me. And the last shadow we're going to talk about is from the Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream palette. If you remember last update, I rolled in a black matte eyeshadow from this called Blackberry, and I accepted it in. I know some other projects, they ban black eyeshadows, but I was like, let's just roll in, let's see what happens. I can use it in lots of looks, it'll be fine. And I did get to hit pan on it. So Blackberry is right there. I used it 24 times in total, and I hit pan on October 29th. So that one was more recent. I've used it as a liner. I've used it just to like smudge my waterline kind of dealy. And I've used it to deepen and things like that. I try to not use it as a liner all the time. Having the black eyeshadow in was very nice because I appreciated the black eyeshadow again. I tend to avoid black eyeshadow because I just want color. Having such a deep value in your like outer corner or close to your waterline, and then having these really, really bright colors on the outside, it made me love black eyeshadow again. Like, it balances out what I love, which is the bright colors, in such a lovely way. So I loved You. It was nice. The quality of this palette is great, so I had no issues. All these eyeshadows, I had no issues with the quality at all. And now we are here to roll in 4 new eyeshadows. I have the Tiny Decisions app that has all of my palettes in it. I think since we talked, I have 1 new palette, and that is the Odin's Eye Christmas Eve palette. It's the one that's blue and yellow and purple, and I have some of the yellows and the purple on my eye right now. Thus far, I love it. I got it yesterday. No, I got the day before yesterday, and I did a whole look yesterday, and I used some of the shadows today. I love it. Oh my god. The like trio chrome in there. Oh, amazing. Let's figure out which palettes I need to pull, and then we will roll the number eyeshadow from those palettes. So palettes first, then the specific eyeshadow. Hello. It's like so lagging right now. Okay, Limoncello. Limoncello is one of my newer palettes. Like, I haven't used it a lot, so I'm nervous. Probably not gonna hit pan, but it'll be nice to have it in my project. So let's see. Another one. The Tribe. Hey, we just mentioned you. 2 more palettes. Oh no. fine. I depotted the Modern Renaissance, and a lot of those ones are in my Pan That palette, but there's still some loose shadows not being used, so I'll find those. One more palette to roll in. The Futurism VR Neon by Kaleidos. Let me gather things, and then I'll be right back. All right, here's ColourPop's Limoncello. We will pick something from here first. Let's just hope we don't get any of the neutrals, because then I might have to re-roll. My thing with rolling shadows in is if they look too similar to a shadow from my Pan That palette or one of my pre-existing shadows in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, then I just re-roll the number. I don't want two shadows that look the same. The 12 is gonna be the blue. Nicely done. I didn't swatch at all, but let me swatch for my new palette. It's a matte, and it'll only be in my project for the end of this year, but I'm excited to have that blue. It's definitely interesting. The next one is going to be the Tribe. Now I already have 3 pans in this guy. The bonus pan I told you about, this one you can barely see, but I hit pan on it. The shadow's just obscuring the metal of the pan, and I've hit pan on this guy. So there's 6 shadows that could still roll in from that palette. So maximum is 6, minimum 1. That's not it. 4. So the 4th shadow, hey, the 4th shadow is one that I actually really like. So I don't really care for these mattes up top, but the 4th one would be this kind of gold grungy shimmer. I like this one. It has like this reddy base with gold flip up top that makes it kind of grungy gold, and I love that. So I do really like that shimmer a lot. That's my favorite option to come from this palette probably. So that one is Chaga, pronunciation, I am sorry. Look at these, look how pretty those are together too. Very unique, very pretty. So I've tried to gather, I think I gathered all my loose Modern Renaissance, these 8 right here. This one is from the Modern Renaissance palette, and also that one, and one of the reds that I had broke, and the other one I finished, I think. I'm not quite sure. One of these could also accidentally be from the Subculture palette that I also depotted, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm just going to keep it moving. So we'll do 1 to 8. So 1 to 8, 4. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. To me, the 4th one is too similar to Jamocha in my Pan That palette. So let's do that again. I'm not gonna have 2 mid. Okay, don't. All right. This is why I didn't want to have my Renaissance. This is similar to Fancy That. I guess I could be chill about it. Let's just roll it in. It's a little bit more purpley than Fancy That from my Pan That palette. And maybe I can try and mix Fancy That and I think it's Bueno Fresca, that one. Next thing we gotta roll in is from the Kaleidos VR Neon palette, which is super exciting for me. So we'll go from 1 to 6. Any of these will make me happy. Because also I only have another month in this project, so it's more about getting fun colors right now instead of pans that I think I'm gonna pan, because I'm probably not going to pan any of these by next update. So 1 through 6. 2. Yay! The pink shimmer, I love that one. I don't remember what it's called. I'm not going to look it up. Look at those. Those are the ones that rolled in. Let me swatch the 2 that were rolling out, the 2 previous ones I haven't hit pan on. So there you can see the shadows that are in my Pan Those Eyeshadows for this upcoming month. I will I will do my best to actually keep my promise and give you another update before the end of the year. And I will work on these until then. I love the color palette. Oh my god. It feels surreal filming this right now and about to go edit because I'm so out of practice. You hit such a high like stress point and also such an emotional low that the things that you love to do suddenly become like stressors. So that was me this past summer. Art, I couldn't even touch video because it just stressed me out with the time commitment. It's just like, yeah, guys, I'm still trying to recover. And I should have even just messaged y'all, but it is just, I can't explain like how it's just so hard to, I don't know, it's just hard to function sometimes and to be on top of things. I don't know my issue. My hair is just bothering me. The pan percentage is this. I took my notes away. I don't remember what it is. Again, I do apologize, guys. I hope that this will be good enough and you know that I'm being sincere. I will just try to film another update for you in December, in the middle of December or something. Hope you have a great day mentally and physically. Yeah, hope you have a good day. And I'm going to try to survive